Hey everybody, welcome back again, and today I'm taking a look at another brand new figure that's just been released and just now starting to ship out, and that's going to be X-Transbots MX-68 Conechrome, which is their version of a Masterpiece scaled Slugslinger. So if you remember correctly, 1987 was the first wave of Targetmasters for Autobots and Decepticons. Slugslinger was released along with Trigger Happy and Misfire, also re-releases of Cyclonus and Scourge that had Targetmaster figures that came with them, and then the Autobot counterparts were Sure Shock, Point Blank, and Crosshairs, if I remember correctly, and then they also had the re-releases of Hot Rod, Blur, and Cup with Targetmaster counterparts. So this figure is, if I'm not mistaken, is the first Masterpiece scale version of this figure. So I did get my copy at Agabus. They got it really quickly. I was kind of surprised. I actually didn't pre-order this figure. I was going to wait until it came out, and I was surprised when it went up for sale last week. So I actually ordered mine on Friday and got it today. This is Monday, so super quick shipping as always from Agabus. So without any more delay, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so taking a look at him, he comes in a really cool box. I don't think any of my other X-Transbots figures have this, but it's kind of a holographic box on it. It's really, really nice artwork. So there we go on the front with a nice picture of Slugslinger in his Japanese color decoration. The side, we've got some more artwork. On the back, it's also a little bit holographic as well, kind of chromish holographic, very cool. And then on the top, the usual X-Transbots. And even this looks like it's a little bit holographic. So really, really cool box art there. Really impressed with that. And then in the box we have the styrofoam clamshell. Let's see if I can get this thing open on the right side. I always get them mixed up. Okay, so here we go. So in the box we have a little screwdriver. I would imagine that's probably for a face swap maybe. We also have the Trigger Master or Targetmaster figure. So really, really nice looking figure. There's a lot of metal here. The thighs are metal. He's really nice metallic paint and chrome on the back. Very, very nice. Looking at the articulation of the Targetmaster. His head is on a ball joint. Arms go up a good way. We've got bend at the elbow, better than 90 degrees at each elbow. We do have an ab crunch. Leg is up all the way, back all the way as well, side to side. Very nice hold there. At the knee, we obviously get a double knee bend, just that's part of the transformation. And then we do get a little bit of toe articulation on the Targetmaster as well. Again, that's part of the transformation as well. So the Targetmaster figure is really, really nice, and it's pretty heavy. It feels like there's a good bit of die cast in this. This whole backpack here with the gun tip, that is all metal right there. So very, very nice. Good looking figure. I think they did really well on that. And then getting the figure out, One thing I'm noticing with this figure is the packaging, the wrapper of the figure is a little bit different from the previous figures that they've put out. It's kind of a little stiffer, almost like cellophane. And here we have the figure himself, painted very nicely. It's a metallic blue, a really pretty metallic blue. Let's see if we can get focused in there on his face a little bit. Very nice. He has a very stoic looking face sculpt. I don't see, actually I do see another face sculpt in here. Let's try to dig that out, and it's more of a smirking face sculpt that we have. So it's difficult to get focused in on that. So it looks like the colored portion of his eyes are actually molded into the head, and we just replace that face sculpt. All right, and looking at the figure himself, going back to the paint, some really nice paint on it, very nice metallic. Let's take a look at the articulation. So at the head, we've got the head articulation seems a little bit wonky here. There's a little bit of grease in there. It looks like the head is just on a swivel with maybe a little bit of downward motion. Looks like it's kind of blocked by the way the face fits on there. Let's put this other face on and we get a little bit of a smirk on him. The head does spin all the way around. Again, not a whole lot of up and down on the head, but just a little bit. At the shoulders, we've got some up. We've got a little bit of a butterfly to get some forward. They go all the way around. We do get a little bit of blockage there from the wings on the back. We get a bicep swivel, and we do get a double bend at the elbow as well. The hands, typical X-Transbots articulation. The index finger is on 2 pins, and the second through pinky fingers are on 2 pins as well, but they are articulated together. The thumb has a swivel, 2 pins as well, and then you get a little bit of back on the hand. At the waist, we do get a waist swivel, and looks like we do have a little bit of an ab crunch. We've got side skirts at the hips, individual front skirts. We get up on the leg about that much. Back, we're pretty severely hampered there just because of the back portion of the wing. They do go up a little bit more than 90 degrees. They are on frictions, but it seems to hold pretty well. The knees, we do get a double bend at the knee. Some pretty nice articulation there. I like how they've done that where you don't really expose any of the inner workings of the engineering. And then the ankles, we do get a little bit of an ankle tilt, not a whole lot. It is on a little swivel right there, but you're blocked a little bit by the bottom of the foot right there. And then we do get toe down and toe up. Now, this is the thing that really kind of worries me here. So I had seen a picture of the official transformation video posted on one of the other YouTube Facebook groups, and noticed about how this ankle, how the foot is attached to the lower leg. And this right here just does not look good to me. I'm not entirely confident of how well that can hold the weight of this figure, because this figure is fairly heavy, and especially he's heavy in the back area. I don't know how well he's gonna stand. Throwing this out to the side, it does seem a little bit week just playing with it just a little bit there, so not sure how all that's going to work. But overall, I mean, this figure is really good looking. I'm excited for the toy version of it to come out because I think I do like those color combinations a little bit better. This thing almost reminds me of a Robotech figure, just the stark blue against the stark white. Just screams Robotech to me, as well as in alt mode. So I'm going to take this guy and try to transform it, and we'll take a look at it in the alt mode and see what we've got. So here we have Conechrome in his alt mode, which is a twin jet. It actually is a pretty cool looking alt mode. I still need to clean up part of this transformation, I think, a little bit. It's not cleaning up as well as I think it's supposed to, so we'll have to clean that up a little bit. But overall, it looks really good. Like I had mentioned before, I mean, this thing screams like a Robotech jet, and as far as I know, maybe it was used, as a Robotech toy at one point. I don't know, but just the colors and the overall look of it. But it looks really good in this alt mode. The canopies do open. Well, I thought they opened. They definitely open as part of the transformation. So yeah, so here we go. I can't get the other side open here, but it does open up, and you've got nice little seats in there. There's a good bit of detail in that canopy. It looks really good. But yeah, overall, this is a really cool piece. The only concern that I have about it is those feet, and this seems to be a problem with most X-Transbots figures. They always have something wonky with the feet, whether it's hard to transform them and it feels like they're going to break, like the feet on their old version of Scourge did. The recent Galvatron feet that don't stand up very well, the way that they're attached to the calves. It just seems like X-Transbots always has something weird with how the feet transform. So that really concerns me as far as being able to pose this thing and it standing still on its own. That is just the way that those feet are connected to the lower legs. It just seems like a really weak point. But overall, I say the figure is really good looking, really nice paint, just a really good looking figure, very accurate to the original toy, even though it is a little bit different with it being the Japanese deco. But yeah, overall looks really good. So that's going to be it for this one. If you like this content, please like, please subscribe, and I'll keep doing more of it. And I really appreciate you guys watching. Thanks.